being overwhelmed with so many responsibilities from different roles, I discovered the problem that my platform has to solve. For some reason, I've been having this wrong concept that my platform, what it should solve is collaboration, making easier collaboration. But in all reality, that's not the problem for my users. For people that do e-commerce, especially when they're starting off, they get very overwhelmed. But as people progress, they get overwhelmed too, because there's so many different departments within e-commerce. Look, I was actually investigating, and I didn't plan this one out at all, but there's a department for e-commerce. You got director of e-commerce, web developer, digital operation manager. He looks into like the functionality of everything that is that the web developer did. The logistics manager, there should be an IT person that makes sure that everyone's using. What I want to go to is that there's so many different departments from an e-commerce store. And when a little small entrepreneur is learning about e-commerce, he pretends to do all of this on his own. And people do it. People do it because there's so many tools there, they are actually able to do so. But once the demand starts to get bigger and they're starting to get sales, everything starts to get more and more serious. And there's bigger problems. You need more people to solve it. You can't do it on your own. And in reality, there's two ways to do that. That's really just one, that is the most conventional one, is paying for it. And at the beginning, you have the option to collaborate, right? You could have an employee, or you could just collaborate, do like a joint project with someone. And that way you have an extra pair of hands that you don't need to pay, but you're sharing, right? You're sharing the progress that was made and the ownership and etc. This is the reason being of Ecoscrum. And why am I talking about this? I was getting so overwhelmed, and that's why I'm starting here. That's why I didn't have a video up for today. And I know I skipped a day or two in all reality out of this 30 days. And I was starting to doubt myself. To be honest. After 9 days of not seeing much results, you kind of start saying maybe you're not done for this, maybe you're not able to do this huge platform that you want to build to help out everyone, to not be overwhelmed. And I'm happy, and I'm gonna tell you guys why I'm very emotional right now, because to be honest with you guys, I believe I have a purpose in Jesus, and this for me is literally, I hope, the way that I can help out the most people, and what I truly believe is my purpose of being here. Helping out as much people as I can, facilitating a little bit their life, making it easier for them. So, to be honest, I've been falling in love with the solution that I thought was just collaborating, and it's a lot more than just collaborating. It is a lot more, and it's been difficult because I've been thinking about all these features and functionalities and combining Scrum with the billing aspect and payment providers and how we can integrate to websites and data, and it gets so complicated. It can get so complex and so abstract at times that you need to step back and ask yourself, what is truly the problem? And I've been asking myself, what is truly the problem? And I've been saying, it's collaborating, until I really started thinking, what is the problem? What is the thing that is affecting everyone that doesn't allow us to progress? And I do believe, and I am sure 100% that people get overwhelmed thanks to e-commerce. I got overwhelmed. I created my dropshipping website. I bought the domain. I have it. I bought the domain. I added Oberlo. I did everything for my dropshipping website. I didn't launch it just because I got overwhelmed because of payment providers, because I'm Costa Rican and I need to do an LLC and whatnot. And it's so many things. It's so complicated. And the only thing I really wanted to do was collaborating. That was what I wanted to do. I wanted to collaborate. I wanted to be with other people doing this project because I thought it would just be fun. I love, and anyone who knows me, I love the energy that I get out of group. I love motivating a group and adding that energy, and I piggy off the energy that I created onto them, and it comes and goes back and forth. I love it. I love being with people. I love it. And I had to do so many other things. I needed to get the product. I needed to do a website. And maybe website or doing a website or copywriting might be like the second thing I would like to do the most around e-commerce, but collaborating, getting the correct people together, the correct pieces to work and see progress being done. I love that. I completely love that. Tell me, how would I be able to get there without having already results? It's almost impossible. Meeting the correct people that have the correct knowledge, that can be very difficult. I spoke in a lapse of maybe 4 months with over 50 possible prospects for my project and what I wanted to do, and nothing worked out. And I looked and looked and looked. Maybe if I would have looked for a little bit longer, who knows? Maybe I would have found it. But I got too overwhelmed and I didn't get anywhere. I can't imagine how many people has to be in a similar spot. We can make this way more efficient. People has enough knowledge to get a website going so fast. And if they fall in love with it, they're going to keep on going into it and going into it deeper. Once they see that they can do a website so easily, that's what happened to me. You can do so many much things. The world opens up. And that happens when you find, I believe, when you find something you really do like. If we have all these people distributed everywhere that want to do just what they like, just what they love, and they got time they can invest, they want to invest it in a project, but they're not able to go in depth on all the different departments that you would need in e-commerce. So it would be better to start off with a team, right? Don't you think so? It would be better to start off with a team. And I want to be completely honest with you guys. I got a lot of empirical data, a lot of feelings, a lot of I think, a lot of I'm not sure. That pretty much equals non-tangible things, you could say. I got some stuff down and I'm going to be showing it to you guys for sure. But they're more like features. They're more like solutions. The solutions that I think could go to these problems. I could show you that, but I think I want to see what is the correct approach for developing a software, so you'll see that happening. And I am for sure going to help you out to do your e-commerce business, whatever it is. I don't care. I just like business. It's so strange. I just like business. I like people talking about business, seeing market opportunities or trying to sell. It's just fun. I don't know. It's just fun. So I want to be completely authentic. I'm not an expert. I'm not close to being an expert, but I'm sure I can guide you through to what you need to produce. I'm sure of that. I'm sure of that. It won't be 40 years. It won't be 40 years. It won't be 40 years. People, I'm going to help you reach your ikigai. I'm going to help you reach your purpose sooner or later. I don't know how. I do not know how, but I'm going to do it. I can assure that. And if you want to follow me and see how I make that possible to the biggest scale I can, you better subscribe. You better comment. You better like, because that helps the algorithm. And I'm putting myself out there. And from now on, I'm starting like that. You're about to have Fabian overload. If not, it's gonna happen. It has to happen. I love being in front of a camera. I love this. I feel there's people. I feel I'm talking to someone right here, right now. But I am completely honest. I hate editing. I hate it. It's so difficult. So difficult. It's not difficult. I can do it, but I hate it. I don't want to do it. I feel like I'm losing my time. And it's all these little things that you don't want to do that always pushes me back. So I don't know if you can relate to that. If you can, I'm going to solve that. I'm going to see how I can make a perfectly collaborating society or group of people that distribute their knowledge accordingly to what each one does. I'm going to see it happening. And if anyone is seeing to this point, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I do thank you at the bottom of my heart for being here, for giving me this view. And you got to start out somewhere, right? This idea of this software is pretty crazy. Of the scope I have in my mind for it, it's pretty crazy. It might not even be possible, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to give it a try. And if I fail, I'm going to show you that I failed, and I'm going to tell you why I failed. And we're going to go on to the next project. I want to thank you once again. Thank you for being here. And that's it for Fabian. Talk to you guys later in the next video.